Hello everyone. Welcome to this evening's Producertech live stream. Who have we got in the house? We've got Henke. We've got Campus Becca. We've got Verve, Sam, 2, Alv, Ben. Hey everyone. Noel. Good evening everyone. Welcome to this live stream. I'm your host, Rob Jones. Many of you know me already from Producertech. Most of you are members. And I'll be joined by Ellie Dixon very shortly so we can go through the shortlisted tracks for our latest remix comp, which we've just done in association with Arturia and Ellie for members on our site. So just to quickly explain, if you don't know who we are, as this is a public stream, Producertech is an online music production school partnered with Loopmasters, where you can grab courses on all sorts of software, genres or areas of production. And we also have a membership on there, so you can access everything on the site, plus all of the weekly bonus content like live streams, free downloads, assignments, and remix comps like this one. Head to producertech.com and click on the button that says Become a Member for more info about that. There's probably going to be a link in the chat, hopefully by one of my colleagues, just to help you out there as well. So back to tonight's live stream, and I'm very excited to say any minute now I'll be bringing in Ellie. This is Ellie Dixon, who's a wonderful alt-pop artist and rising star, blowing up all over the shop, and deservedly so. Her music is completely awesome, and she's very talented, and we're thrilled to have her join us on Producertech, where she's recently made a course on alt-pop production. So it's actually the music from that course that we've used for the stems on this particular remix comp. And I'm delighted to say that our members have done an amazing job, and we've had some seriously good entries. So tonight we're going to be listening to the finalists, you could call them, which is the top 11 tracks. I couldn't quite get it down to 10 tracks, so we had to go with 11. Even 11 was really difficult. We had some really, really strong entries. So without further ado, let's bring in Ellie. Ellie, good evening.
Hello. I feel like I should have gone like a whoa, like a puff of smoke or something. And I'm here. Hello.
How are you going? How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm vibing with all these entries. I'm so impressed. Like you said, I just can't believe how consistently amazing all 11 were.
Yeah, and it must be pretty cool because it's your own music as well. I really enjoyed it. It's not my music, but it must be interesting hearing your own music reworked.
Yeah. Especially it was really interesting, some of the songs, hearing the way that they kind of flipped my ideas I had that were in a completely different direction to where I would have ever put them, but it completely worked. Yeah,
awesome. Before we get into it then, what do you want to just plug what you're up to at the moment? You already mentioned your course, by the way, and yeah, anyone who's new to Producertech or maybe just hasn't checked it out yet, check out the course. It's awesome. Alt pop production techniques. But what's happening at the moment? You just had an EP come out, right?
Yeah, this last Friday dropped the old EP. It's called Crikey, It's My Psyche, if anyone wants to go listen to it.
Nice.
If you just search Ellie Dixon anywhere, it will come up. But it's been amazing to release it, and it's been in the works. Well, I dropped the first single for it a year ago, and not knowing that I would make a EP, and then it kind of developed into a bigger project. And it's been quite lovely to release it into the world and get lovely feedback.
Amazing.
So, I've been having a great time.
Awesome. Well, best of luck with it all. Hope it goes really well. We should probably just get straight into it. What we're going to do is listen to a track. If it's a long track, we'll just listen to like a couple of minutes, and then we'll give a little bit of feedback each, and then we'll do our scores, and then we'll move on to the next one. So let's move on to track 1, which is by Figo. I should just say, actually, before we start, I've really enjoyed having the remix comp on our community site. I think it's the first time we've done that. This is a brand new community site. This is like a profile page. It's where we have all our content for members, all the like bonus tutorials and activities and live streams and all that kind of thing. So it's been really good having the remix comp on here with all the comments on the forum and everything. It's been really, really fun.
It's been lovely to see the comments.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see all the comments here from other members. So I might need to refresh this actually, just because I think it's halfway through at the minute. There we go. Yeah, so let's just play this remix. This is the first one that came in, by the way, so it set the bar quite high. So yeah, let's have a listen.
Yeah, it did.
What a track, and what a start to the remix comp.
Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah, this is still actually one of my favorites in terms of composition and just piece of music to listen to. I think it's really awesome. I got high scores on all fronts from me in terms of like the mix and the arrangement and its sort of uniqueness. But I felt like it felt almost, after like listening to it for a while, that it was almost more of an original track that sampled the vocal and maybe with a bass sound, was that in there as well, maybe, and moved to a different key as well, like a related major key or something, but which gave it a completely different feel. So even though the vocals stay at the same pitch, so it's quite clever in that sense, but it felt to me like it strayed a little bit too far from the original. Did you find that as well?
Yeah, that was my exact same notes. I was like, I completely love this song. I just wanted to hear slightly more elements from the original, because as a song, awesome. I loved how major they made it, and yeah, changing the melody just slightly. It just sort of, it was a really nice melody, and I really liked how they changed that. But yeah, the only thing I really marked down was the sort of distance from the original, or not distance from the original, but maintaining the original sounds, I guess.
Yeah, like
anything for me, But yeah.
Yeah, we had a we had a remix comp with one of our other producers, Simon Shackleton, who's like one of the best producers in the world. He's been doing remixes for years and years. And one of the things he was talking about was how with remixing, part of it is to capture the essence of the original, which is a bit of a hard thing to sort of describe, perhaps.
You want to change it but keep it.
Yeah,
that's so hard.
Yeah, it is tricky.
Making something new.
Yeah, no, I've done remixes myself where I've haven't felt that inspired by the original, but I've still managed to use a ton of the sounds, so you can still kind of connect it like that. But yeah, but it still managed to move quite far. But anyway, yeah. So let's give our scores for that one then. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm the worst with scoring because I look at it now and I'm like, I want to change everything, but also I agree with it. This was my highest mix. I loved the mix. I thought from a technical standpoint, it was really balanced and beautiful. So 9.5 production quality and mix. I don't do 10s ever. I don't know. I'm not a 10 person. Lots of people love a 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 is my 10. I gave it arrangement an 8. I thought it was cool. I think there was moments where it could have been sort of a little bit of variation to keep me interested personally. But still fantastic. Musicality an 8 because I loved the way they made it major. I loved that, but I thought it could have been played with a bit. I think it sat in the same chord the whole time. Originality 9. I really liked the sounds they got in. Really lively, sparkly, cool. And it was purely fidelity to an original. I gave it a 5 just because it wanted a little bit more, but everything else banging. Yeah,
and my scores were very similar, really. It was production quality 9, arrangement 8, musicality 9, originality 9, and fidelity to the original 6. So
wow, we were really similar.
We were really similar, yeah. So those totals combined added up to 80.5 out of 100. Very respectable score, and a great start. Did I change the screen? Oh, I didn't change the screen. Oh, hang on. It was supposed to be so smooth. I'm supposed to move back to that one, and then I'm supposed to change the track. It's going to get totally pro by the end. Right.
After 11.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to track 2 then. Well done, Figo. And the next track is by Philip O. There you go, Philip. Let's just turn you up. Make sure you're nice and loud. And let's get into that one.
You just got above, haven't you?
Yeah.
please don't run away. Lay it to my face, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain.
My brilliant fade there. It's best I can do with the mouse. Great job, Philip. You can tell from the comments, getting a lot of love from everyone there. I know you like that one, Ellie. Are you muted? Wait,
I'm muted.
Yeah.
That's my bad. Zoom just told me. Yeah, love that one. This one scored the highest for me. By about, it was very close between a few of them, but I think this just nudged it up for me. Love it. And I think the overall my top comment on my notes, and I think the top comment from everyone, is groovy.
Definitely is. Yeah, deep and groovy.
Yeah.
Lush.
Yeah.
Philip's actually a returning champion from our last comp. Was one of the top 3 tracks on maybe the last one or the one before, I can't remember. The only complaint I had was that it was very similar to the last one, which is obviously there's no rules there. You have to enter different remixes every time, and you've nailed that genre completely. It's you should be releasing music left, right, and center. This is it's a really, really good deep house track, so you're absolutely ready to be banging tracks out if you're not already. It's well mixed, quality sound, really good arrangement. But yeah, so for me, I marked down the originality a bit. Mostly, yeah, just because we heard a similar production from you before, so it didn't maybe surprise me as much as a lot of the others.
Yeah. Do we want to do scores for all of them, or
what go through? Yeah.
All our scores.
Yeah, you give your scores for that one.
Cool. I was ready. Production quality and mix I put as a 9. It was nearly a 9.5. I think in that moment, I think after listening to the first one, for me, I preferred that mix just a little bit more, so it was a 9. Yeah. Arrangement was an 8 because I really liked it. I thought the fact that it managed to keep me interested for largely 5 minutes is pretty impressive because I have a very short attention span. But it did sometimes feel like it. Well, I think I'm biased because I'm used to short songs. Yeah. But I still think it was sick. Yeah. Musicality, I put at a 9. I really liked the chords and the emphasis. I think there's like I wish I could remember the original chords that I used, but there's just a couple of sort of emphasis that Philip put on a couple of the notes that kind of gave it a bit more life. I think there was a 7 that it's a 7, and it really gave it that like harmonic oomph for me.
Awesome.
And then 9 on fidelity to original, because I love the use of the sampling in this. Really like the vocal editing. I really like the editing of the bass line. Like I think it's so easy to just copy and paste that bass line, but he added that variation that was really, really sweet. And there was loads of subtle nods to all sorts in there. The synth, so one of the glitchy synth was used really nicely throughout, and there's really subtle percussion sampling throughout. You can hear the mug. I think it was this exact mug. The you can hear that just like in the corners. So I thought it was really smart little nods to parts of the track. And that's my TED talk.
Nice. Well, I feel like I've been a bit harsher now then. Just because my my scores.
It's all personal taste, though, isn't it?
Well, it's also the tricky thing actually about it is also that you have to keep kind of recalibrating your ears by listening to them in different orders. That's the only tricky part, because when you listen from one to the next, it jumps and the production quality jumps up. And sometimes it's not even production quality; they've just mastered it a bit more. They've just like put a few more effects on the master channel.
I found a lot of my category scoring kind of blended between them, and I sort of they interlink. I think that's why it's fun.
Yeah. Well, let me run through my score. So yeah, production quality 8, arrangement 7, musicality 8, originality 7, and fidelity to original 8, which gives a total of 38, which with Ellie's gives a grand total of 81. Another very respectable score. Yeah, actually just half a point higher than the last one.
So close this.
Yeah, so it's neck and neck. So let's move on to track 3 now, which is by Tay People. Let's switch over here. Make sure the volume's nice and loud. Yeah, let's play that one now. Anyway, great job, Philip, by the way. I didn't say. Just really good job. And here is track 3.
To my face, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my face, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. Take it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain.
All right, let's take that one down. The crude fade. So this one like really hooked me. I must say, I don't know how you felt about that guitar riff, that extra guitar riff there on the intro and in the breakdown.
Loved it.
You loved it. It really got me. It's the first one I was like, okay, this is a totally new element, and is it going to work? And it's a really quite a captivating little hook there. And it's obviously, as this is the bassiest track so far, it was always going to be a good one from my point of view. The bassiest entry, I think, and unfortunately we don't have a bassy category. But
just a Bubba bass out of 10.
Yeah. But no, it was a solid all-rounder for me, really just
Yeah.
a little bit down on the production quality, perhaps from the others, but just a touch, really. And also, it's kind of a very hard. Bass music is a harder genre to produce, so you're always a bit more ambitious if you're making bass music.
Yeah.
But I love the arrangement. I love the little interesting fills thrown in. Bass line was nice, and yeah, very captivating and engaging hook. So yeah, good job.
Yeah, I really liked the bass. Yeah, the bass switch up was sweet. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, whoa.
Kind of comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really. I really like that bit. For me, yeah, a bit on the production quality was down for me. Again, not by much. I think in the overall mix, felt a touch muddy for me. I know it's hard because we're listening between genres, but especially compared to the previous two, which were like very sparkly. And personally, my preference is sort of quite sparkly mixes, the high end. It did feel slightly, muddy, and if just a little bit of high end could have been brought back in, even on just like, not on everything, just on some of the synths, if they had that sparkle, and maybe just on a couple of the synths might have just brought it out for me. But I thought it had interesting drops. I thought that not necessarily too much extra harmony was brought, but I love that guitar bit.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was a really, really good hook. I think potentially some sort of variation on that hook, I think, could have helped give it a bit of life.
Yeah,
but,
more interest, more variation.
But I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with that drum beat as well.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah,
it's mine now. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, let's have your scores.
So I feel mean now. I hate this.
It's not easy, is it?
I did an 8 on the mix. I did an 8 on arrangement. I did 7 on musicality, just because I wanted that like slight variation. 7 on originality, just because apart from that bass shot, which I loved, and the extra guitar, I felt that you could potentially layer my song over the top and would have been about the same. So I put musicality and originality together at about 7, and I think I did fidelity to original way too low, but I put it at a 6.5 purely because of I felt there could have been a few more elements from the original song, but I think for me this song suffered from the categories, because as a song I really liked it, but I think I was on paper, it didn't do as well for me, but I still think it's sick.
Yeah, sick track, definitely. And for me, it's just a tiny dip down in production quality. Again, really tough genre to produce. We've done a great job though, and so it's 7 out of 10, and all the other categories, arrangement, musicality, originality, and fidelity to original, all 8 out of 10. So that's a very respectable score of 39 and a total with Ellie's of 75.5. Great job.
Yeah.
So let's move on to track 4, which is Izzy the Messiah. Turn that volume up. There we go.
Something on your brain. Take it to my, please don't wanna, please don't wanna. I can tell there's something, 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 something. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my, say it to my. Please don't run away. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, 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 something. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my, say it to my. Please don't run away. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something. I can tell there's something, something on your. Say it to my, 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 say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain. Say it to my face. Please don't run away. I can tell there's something, something on your brain.
Oh, I thought I'd keep that one playing till the end. This was kind of the first one that blew me away a bit, actually. Yeah, it's ultra musical. It's smart. It's excellently produced. It captures the original pretty well, I think. I didn't really have anything bad to say about it. I love that. I love the epic kind of Stranger Things style synth ARP sound that comes in as a sort of different direction almost, but it fits really well with it. Yeah, really, really good job. What do you think?
Yeah, sick. I'm in love with the microwave ping. That got me.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bravo.
Yeah, it's a brilliant moment.
Yeah, that was good. I actually want to up one of my scores now, actually. I wasn't kind enough on this one. But
I've compensated. I've compensated
actually,
for you with my score.
I think actually the arrangement was really good, and there was always something new coming in, and just there's a moment of some what sounds like toms at one point, which I really liked. That kind of like kind of more acoustic drum kit comes in for a minute, and just nice rhythms. I think this one was technically great, but I think this one didn't stand out to me as much as it stood out to you. I mean, I loved it. I don't. It's funny. It's one of those things where you can't pinpoint. Sometimes you fall in love with something. I think the microwave thing really sold it for me. I'm a simple lady.
Well, it's just a bit of lightheartedness and originality.
Sense of humor.
And it's just a real change. It's all the things you kind of want from entertainment, isn't it? And
agreed.
I mean, I think it reminded me a bit of actually my wife said when she heard it of Disclosure. You know, it's that sort of it's that kind of music that I like. You know,
interesting.
That kind of a feel to it.
Dancey thing.
Let's have your scores then. Oh,
yeah,
you've frozen.
I want to up them, but it was still one of my highest scoring. Yeah, I did production quality 8.5, arrangement 8, musicality 8.5, originality 8, fidelity to original 8, And yeah, it was one of my highest. I feel like I should have bumped the arrangement up to 9 actually, because I actually on and however many more listens it's grown on me.
Yeah, well, yeah, don't worry too much, because like I said, my scores are higher than I would have maybe even liked to go. But I don't think giving a 10 out of 10 is naturally something I would do, because it sounds like perfection. But then I thought, well, actually, if you can't find anything wrong with it, then it is a 10 out of 10, isn't it?
Yeah, it deserves it.
Yeah, so I've wait for it, I've marked it production quality 10, arrangement 10, musicality 10. I just don't know what bad to say about it. And then originality,
spirit of music took over you.
Yeah, originality 9 maybe, and fidelity to original I put 9 as well. So yeah, a score of 48 out of 50, which is pretty ridiculously high, isn't it? Which,
well done.
Which together with your score comes out at 89.
Great, bravo.
Yeah, extremely good. Setting a very high bar then.
Yeah, wow.
Let's move on to, but honestly, the quality of the entries was so good that
amazing.
Yeah, the game is very much still on.
As in, at this point we're nitpicking. They're all fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic tracks.
Yeah, so let's switch.
I found myself needing to be overly mean just to not give everyone crazy high scores.
Yeah, no, it's tricky. So all right, let's move on to the next track, which is by Alv Martin. Let's check it out. Let's just turn it out first. There we go. Let's check it out.
Please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your brain. To my face, please don't run away. I can tell there's something on your
Got to fade out there just because we're running a bit short on time, but just getting to halfway through. I just thought I had to get that key change in there before I did my fade. Yeah, after the incredibly high bar set by the last track, I was quite stunned actually to listen to this one and for it to hold up really well against it. Really good arrangement, good use of stems. Really, I thought maybe this one, better than any of the others, captured the sort of soul of the original stems. What did you think?
Yeah, I just can't get over the
the vocal
sampling is just genius. That was a really very good moment.
Agreed.
Yeah, love that a lot.
So
again, one of my highest scoring.
Yeah, no, me too. Overall quality is really good. I thought maybe the production quality was just a touch down. I had to be really critical with this one, though. I had to sort of really listen, like I said, listen to the remixes in different orders and also turn the volume up and down to make sure they're all the same level. It's quite tricky to do, but you can do it. And then it gives you a kind of better idea of, where the mix is really at. So it dropped down a bit in terms of production quality from the last one, but similarly very high scoring on all other fronts. So let's have your scores for this one.
Yeah, I had production quality and mix on 8, arrangement on 8, musicality 9, originality 8, fidelity to original 8, but I kind of want to give it a 9 now because of the
yeah. Okay, so I've gone production quality 9, arrangement 9, musicality 10, originality 9, and fidelity to original I went 10.
Nice.
Yeah, I went
That's
really
great.
high with that one again. And
you basically sort of +1 on all my stuff. You're a much nicer marker. I'd be a terrible teacher.
Well, that gives my total 47, and with your scores up to 88. So another really, really good score there. Well done.
Really good. I love this one a lot.
Yeah, me too. I've forgotten to switch to here. Let's just do that. Let's move on to the next track then. This one's by Henke, another one of our members who featured in the last competition or the one before. Again, I can't remember exactly which one. So they're back with this one. So let's give it a listen. Take it down there. I'm pretty sure my dog's harassing me now. I can hear him scratching on the studio door. I think we're good. Great job, Henke.
Wants the sweet tunes.
That's it. He wants in. What? Is there a party in there?
I want to score.
So, yeah, very similar kind of vibes from last time. Very retro. Cool harmonies. Yeah, one of the comments there was like, it reminds me of a Scandinavian sort of sound. There's a artist, it's on the tip of my tongue that this reminds me of, but I can't quite remember the name. But yeah, I love the kind of lush arps and the again, it's got a kind of talk box style synth solo in there, which is awesome. So yeah, nicely arranged and musical as ever. Again, I kind of marked down a little bit on originality just because of similarity to previous tracks, and also the production quality is good, but didn't hold up quite as well this time because the overall production quality was just so impressive. So yeah, what were your scores for this one?
What did I do? I gave the production quality. For me, it was technically great, and loved that. love that solo. The sort of the manipulation on that solo synth is really nice.
Yeah.
Good sampling of loads of the layers. I liked the sampling of the piano throughout. That was really nice.
Yeah.
For me, it felt like it needed some, I think because some of these other entries have been so imaginative, I think that was what I think the thing I was looking for was imagination out of everything. But like from a technical standpoint, really really good. So I gave production quality 8.5, arrangement 7, musicality 8, originality 6, and fidelity to original 8 because I like something.
Very nice. And mine are production quality 7, arrangement 8, musicality 8, originality 7. Again, I'm being a bit crueler just because I've heard similar tracks from you before. And fidelity to original 8, so that's a total of 38 from me, which makes a total of 75.5 combined with Ellie's scores. Again, very respectable, and great job, Henke. So let's move on to, this is another dance floor banger, this one. It's Munn, or I'm Munn Music. Let's crank this one up, definitely. Here we go. All right, great job. I'm really pleased that we had another proper, well, actually probably the main proper dance floor banger, certainly in the 4/4 department. Really nicely put together, this one. What did you?
This is probably, I think it's my second highest. Loved it. I'm not really a big like techno fan, but I love this. All of my comments are in capitals, and it's just the main drop is so sick. I was really impressed by how they managed to make a minimal, simple track, but constantly keep it interesting. I was really impressed with the way they darkened the bass line at the start. The bass line's pretty similar, but they've just darkened it, and it's so cool. The only bit for me that fell down was the strings. For me, they didn't quite sit, and I wish I could give more useful feedback as to why. And it's personal. I think harmonically they maybe didn't sit quite right for me, but I love this. It really got me bobbing, but I'm exactly the same. Really solid scores all round, but some of the melodic sounds didn't quite fit, and you could sort of hear them on the breakdown before there with that string line, and especially because the string line goes into that kind of second drop there where you've got the synth stabs, and they just don't quite work with
the synth with the strings over the top. It's just it's a harmonies thing. I think the chords are just different, so they kind of clash. I heard lots of producers do that, and a lot of people don't mind. And obviously the style is minimal, so maybe it's supposed to be a bit jarring in places. So, but for me personally, if you're going to make something jarring, you need to make sure it's obviously intentional. And to my ears, at least, sometimes clashing harmonies don't quite fit. But otherwise, really, really solid remix, and I would absolutely dance to this in Renata or Elsa, or one of the other clubs here. So what are your scores?
I gave production quality mix 8.5, arrangement 8.5, musicality 8.5, originality 8, and fidelity to the original 9, because I just really loved the use of that bass line, and it was such an interesting take. Such a polarized take on the original, but somehow worked completely.
Oh, nice. I've been a little bit harsher. I've been a bit harsher on the kind of proper dancey styles, but production quality 8, arrangement 8. In fact, everything's 8 apart from musicality. I dropped down to 7 just because of those clashy harmonies, but other than that, 8 all round, which is a total of 39, which with Ellie's comes out at 81.5. Really good job. Let's move on to the next one then, which is 7, 8. Oh, it's track 8, I think, and it's by It's the Dirt. This is called the Deep Rooted Tree remix. Let's turn this one up and check it out. Nice. And then there was this entry. one of our other members, I think this is Robin, commented, like this mix a lot, sounds a little like a Missing Herbalizer track. It was exactly what I thought of when I heard it as a massive Herbalizer fan growing up. Anyone who doesn't know, that's a hip hop act on Ninja Tune, and it literally could have been on one of their albums. It's really awesome. Production quality on this one is, possibly the best actually for me. Really, really well mixed and put together, and
For me too.
Yeah. How else did you find it?
I really liked it. I loved the where am I looking? There we go. Love the guitar and bass lines. Thought they were really, gorgeous. Loved the general soundscape. I've never heard of Herbalizer, but I feel like I need to go listen to Herbalizer
Check
now,
them out.
because
Yep.
I think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
The only thing for me, there was the slowed vocal sample felt slightly untidy to me in places, and I think when you slow down vocals that much, sort of messiness in the consonants really come out.
Yeah.
And I think it could have been trimmed just to be slightly neater, and like maybe it's just also can be a creative decision that you want it that rough around the edges. For me, it felt like it just wanted sort of ends of sounds just wanted tidying.
Yeah.
And then the cut to the sampled synth felt sudden and slightly lacking context. I think you could have sort of helped that with a transition, maybe come into that part so that the listener sort of is guided there rather than drop there suddenly. But apart from that, yeah, thought it was really great sounding.
Yeah.
Tune.
Really, really quality. The bridge section was also the sort of weakest bit in my opinion. Really kind of nitpicking here because it wasn't like, oh, this bit's rubbish. It was just that the rest of the track was so spot on and like 100% confident. And then this bridge just felt like they weren't really sure maybe exactly what to do with it. So it just, the melodic parts didn't quite sit together as well as they could have done, particularly at the very end of it, actually, just after the main groove came back in. Could have cleaned it up a little bit, maybe taken that synth part that's in the rest of the track out completely, or either filtered it down a lot maybe, and just left a bit more room for the plinky piano and the other kind of sounds in there. So it just kind of dropped down in terms of confidence with the ideas of that section, and but that's compared to the rest of the track, which was absolutely spot on. So yeah, what's your scores?
I gave production quality mix a 9, arrangement 7, musicality 8.5, originality 8, and fidelity to original an 8.
Nice. So I was production quality 10. Gave it another 10. Arrangement 9. Arrangement 9, musicality 8, originality 9, and fidelity to original 8, which comes out of 44, which together with your scores is 84.5.
Nice.
Very respectable. So let's move on to track 9 then.
Yes.
Which is another one of our members who featured on a previous remix comp. His name is Nico, or Nico DPS, and unlike the other guys, he's gone for a completely different style. In fact, in every contest he's had a completely different genre. So top marks for originality from me. And he's gone through electro and drum and bass, and now he's landed on dub, as you'll hear. Let's check it out. just take it down there. Just had to get those little bits in there because I mentioned them in my notes here. But great job, really, really good production quality. Really nice to hear. Just yet another style in there. I didn't say really, but the amount of variety we had in our entries was immense. We literally had so many styles. Not too many drum and bass actually in sort of faster tempo or trap or anything like that this time around, although there were one or two, but yeah, it's so many styles covered, so really nice to have a dub version here. One of my complaints was that the arrangement was really good, really interesting, especially like with the dub touches, like the spring Verve little hit there, and the obviously loads of delay, but the breakdown was a little bit sparse. I thought it went on for quite a long time. I know it's probably part of the genre, you know, they have these just really long chilled out bits, but the drops are just so good and so well constructed and so satisfying. So yeah, really, really impressive job, Nico. What did you think?
I thought the tension building was really good, especially towards the end. There's a build right towards the end that I'm sort of got like goosebumps. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like there's really good sort of building all round. I really like the way that they incorporated the sample of the spoon on the plate, in a way that completely works with the style. I thought that was really clever. Really high production quality. I am obsessed with the bass tone in this. The tone of that bass is just lush. I could listen to that all day. Could have held my interest a bit more, but I know that is part of the genre. It sort of harmonically, I guess it sat on the same chord the whole time, which it's things being penalized by the scoring categories, because I know that's part of the genre. But yeah, I mean, harmonically didn't interest me as much as the other tracks. But I thought really cool song, really well done, and sounded sick. That's how I always felt about reggae and dub. Actually, when I was younger, I found it a little bit too simple, or sometimes a little bit too happy even. I can't believe I used to criticize something for being too happy, but yeah, as I've got older, I've definitely warmed, you know, more and more to sounds like dub and reggae. They're just so cool, just so chilled, and such a good vibe. I think it's captured. I thought it was a good spot from Nico for noticing the do chord piano from the original has got a very reggae dub beat,
ska kind of sound.
In entirely the wrong context, and then sort of took that bit, isolated it, and kind of created the soundscape from that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, very smart.
So, yeah.
So what are your scores?
I really want to put one of these up now. Now I've spoken more about it. But production quality is 9.5. Arrangement I put 8. Musicality I put 7. Originality I put 8. And fidelity to original I put 7. But I think that should be an 8, really.
Take it up to 8 then.
I'm doing it. Bring it up.
I'm adjusting the scores to suit.
Okay. Because I think actually it's really, really clever use of the samples.
Awesome. Well, so my production quality is 9. Sterling effort there. Arrangement 8. Musicality 8. Originality 9. Fidelity to original 9, which makes 43, which with yours makes 83.5. Well very good work, Nico. Well done. So we're coming close to the end. 2 more tracks to go. Who's going to be next? Okay, next up we have Ben M. Mr. Money. Let's check out your track.
tell something's on your brain. Please, please come run away. I can tell something's on your brain. Please, please come run away. I can tell something's on your brain. Please, please come run away. I can tell something's on your brain. Say it to my face. Please say it to my face. Please say it, please to my face. Please say it, please to my face. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. Say it to my face. Please, please come run away.
Love to play that some more, but yeah, we've run over a little bit, so I'll take that down there. But really solid entry, Ben. Another returning victor from a previous remix comp, and he's just getting better and better in each one. So production quality's even higher on this one. Really love the vibe, nice and light, stayed true to the original, I feel. Well arranged, very musical. Kind of reminds me of that sort of Hot Chip kind of sound, you know. It's kind of really liked it. Yeah, what did you think? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, every time.
It's getting late.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought I think this was another one for me where on paper it was really good, but it just didn't quite catch my soul for some reason. But yeah, high score on quality. I really liked, we didn't get to hear it, but I really liked the use of the glitchy synth and the cooldown. I thought that was really cool. Loved the use of percussion, good dynamics. I think it was well designed overall. For me, some of the vocal editing, the rhythms felt quite jarring to me. That may have been intentional, but yeah, it wasn't quite to my taste. The sort of slightly not quite fully rhythmic, well, very rhythmic, I guess would be the word. But that was a bit jarring for me. But aside from that, yeah, all around decent.
Wicked. What were your scores?
I gave production quality mix a 9, arrangement an 8, and then musicality, originality, and fidelity to original, I all gave 7s.
Nice one. I was more generous. I gave production quality 9, arrangement 8, musicality 9, originality 8, and fidelity to original 9. Which comes out.
I feel so mean.
Oh, we sort of go up and down with them. You know, it is a taste.
That's true. Thing. I've been nicer than you on others.
Yeah, it is a sort of taste thing and also a context thing, and
it is.
You know, it's all sorts of factors in here.
Totally.
And yeah, that comes out 43. So with your score, 81.
Nice. That's still high.
Yeah, great job, Ben. Well done again. And now we have the last entry. Who's it going to be? It is Verve. So let's turn up the volume and check that out. Oh, I should refresh the page so it jumps back. I want to skip the start off. Okay, let's check it out. I just thought I'd let that one play out so I didn't have to do a dodgy fade. It's the last one. Really good vibes on this one. Loving the kind of groove and space. Nice production quality. Again, it was one of those ones that wasn't maybe mastered as much. It's a bit drier, actually, than the others, which makes it sound a little less pro and a little less kind of polished. Which is why I marked it down just a touch. And I also marked it down a bit on arrangement just because it was quite short, 1 minute 48. And also had that abrupt ending there. Maybe I should have faded it out. But no, it just kind of cuts out a little bit dead there, which kind of threw me a touch. But other than that, mix is great, clean sounding. The parts all work really well together. Very musical, very original, and very strong. Yeah, I
love the sound world of this track. I thought it was really good. I love the vocal editing, that sort of middle section with the vocals sort of being messed with and turned into synths, and it sounded glorious. I think the way that they've edited the synth samples from the original as well really gave them a new life, and just worked really well. The percussion, all the samples were really satisfying. I thought it was really well constructed. I think the structure could maybe have been sort of lengthened and played with a bit, but I think sounds wise and the sampling, I was really impressed with, and I really liked it. I think this might have been my favorite sort of sounds. I don't know what to call it. Just
like texture or timbre or something.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's it. Texture, my favorite texture, definitely. Very satisfying.
Yeah, no, it's a very pleasing sounding mix. Very easy on the ear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very well balanced. So what are your scores for that one?
So production quality, I gave 8.5, arrangement 8, musicality 9, originality 8, and fidelity to original 8.5. Very
nice. By the way, I wish I'd actually done some 0.5s. I for some reason didn't do that this time around. So some of them, I should have had some 0.5s in there. Would allow me to.
It's because I'm indecisive. I needed the 0.5.
Well, I think that would have helped me a bit actually when comparing to some others, because it's like I felt like it didn't deserve a whole point different, but
yeah.
Anyway, so for mine, production quality 8, arrangement 7 because of the length and the abrupt ending, musicality 9. Originality 9, and fidelity to the original 9. So a total of 42, which with your scores, Ellie, tots it up to 84.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's tight now. I haven't been keeping track of who's scored what. Well,
I have. I don't know if anyone else has either. but so obviously we've been doing the scores as we go, so this would be where we have the drum roll, but if some of you have already been counting, then you might know who the winner is already. But the winner, the top prizes will go to Izzy the Messiah. Well done, the Messiah.
Wow, the Messiah.
I don't know if you're in the chat. Don't know if your name actually is Izzy or not, but if you're in the chat, jump in, say hello. Massive congratulations to you. You win all three Arturia prizes, so like the Micro Freak hardware, the so I can't remember what they are now. It's the FX collection, and it's the analog lab, I think it's called. So yeah, tons of Arturia stuff. Awesome. Annual subscription at Producertech, congrats, massive congrats. Your top first place. Second place with just 1 point less is Alv Martin. Well done to you.
Well done.
And third place is we
have Izzy in the chat.
Oh, we do.
Well done. Well done.
Izzy there. Nice one. Well done, Izzy. Or Simon. Should we call you Simon? So the third place by just half a point this time is It's the Dirt.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. So honestly though, really well done everyone, because not just the tracks we've gone through tonight, but really well done literally everyone who entered, because I had the task of getting it down to these last 11. I was trying to go for 10, but I just couldn't. But getting it down to the 11 was really tough. We had some amazing entries. Shout out to Senior Picante, I've just got to say, because check out that one if you haven't, Ellie, because it was literally pipped to the post for these last tracks, but such a creative use of your vocal. And they actually sampled your your voice from the tutorial and also the trailer, and they put loads of bits in there. So it did make me smile.
That's fun. I'm gonna check that out.
That's
really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you can find it on the site. Just do a search for Ellie, and you'll get all the audio tracks coming out. So one of the things I'm loving on the community site is just the fact that it's all housed in there. So if you do a search for Ellie on the community site, you'll find the live streams you've done, any like forum posts and just stuff like that. It's great.
Love that.
Yeah, so that's it really. Oh, one last thing to you guys. Anyone that's had their track, by the way, the three winners, obviously just email me or Glenn, support@producertech.com, or rob@producertech.com, and we'll sort you out with everything. Anyone who's been played tonight, I'd love to get a SoundCloud playlist of these tracks on the Producertech SoundCloud, and also to feature you all on the blog and stuff like that. So it'd be really good if you'd either upload it to SoundCloud and send me a link, or if you don't have a SoundCloud account, just send me the WAV or the audio file, and I'll put it on the Producertech one, so we can get a nice playlist of all of those tracks. Really well done, everyone, though. It's been great, and it's been
really amazing.
Totally awesome to work with your stems, Ellie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
to make them.
Yours is a voice I'm happy to hear over and over again, even if it's the same stem.
You'll regret that soon.
Well, I think maybe it's just because of my line of work. I'm very used to listening to my voice over and over again, so it's a beautiful and refreshing change.
Just a change.
Yeah,
thank God.
But no, seriously, it's been amazing having you working with you on this, and having your wonderful music for it. And also thank you for joining me on this stream. It's been really fun.
Of course. Yeah, it's been such a pleasure to listen to all these reimaginings of whatever's come out of my brain.
Yeah.
I just find it the most cool, magical thing that we all have such different amazing interpretations of the same starting point.
Yeah.
I think it's just a testament to everyone's skills, really. So
massively,
bravo.
Yes. Massively well done, everyone. And just a quick one then. We've got a SEPA course coming out this week. Make sure you guys check it out. Quite advanced on sample manipulation. We've also got a live stream with Adam Goodlett next week, who's like an amazing producer. So really cool things coming up, and we'll get our next remix comp and our next assignment going very soon too. So loads of awesome things to come. But many thanks again, Ellie. And thanks to everyone for watching. And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah.
I think
Thanks so much,
Oh.
everybody.
Yeah. So I think we have to just wait here. I'm gonna like mute us and make us disappear so we don't have to just sit here waiting for the delay, because there's a massive delay on these streams.
Oh, yeah.
So like we could just do like a wave, and I'll go back to the pre-roll. Bye everyone.